I'm going to keep this one short and as clean as possible, man. Goodfellas Sports TV. Appreciate everybody coming back in. Make sure you jab that subscribe button, hit the bell icon button. I was checking out Barbershop Conversation, your roundtable interview he got with Keith Thurman. And once again, Fred asked a great question. He asked a Errol Spence question when nobody at the table was willing to ask a tough question. You know how that shit go. And everybody probably got posted on their page and everybody had their phones out record, man. Look here, man. It's time for Errol Spence to forget Keith Thurman, man. He's sitting here talking about marinating the fight and shit. Talking about we could have fought a couple years ago for $1.8 million. What does that do? He said, you know, he need to elevate himself after the Pacquiao, and Errol need to elevate himself. Look here, man. It's to the point where, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say this, and this might upset some people, man. But, hey, if Errol Spence don't fight Terrence Crawford and he continues to wait on Keith Thurman, I'm going to consider him, you know, a duck just below his duck rate, just below Keith Thurman, because he know what it is, man. He using Keith Thurman as a fucking shield away from Terrence Crawford if he don't fight Crawford, you know, before he fight Keith Thurman. Unless some crazy events change, Keith Thurman basically told Fred and everybody at the round table that he don't plan on fighting Errol. Maybe at the end of 2020, the back end of it, you know, he says that, you know, it ain't no need to rush the fight. Still need to pretty much marinate going into the last leg of 2020. At the end of the day, like I said before, you got to call a spade a spade. If Errol Spence keep hiding behind the Keith Thurman excuse, the reason not to fight Bud because he want to collect all 3 belts like they fucking Pokemon, so be it. He a duck too, man. Plain and simple. I don't care. He's a duck. He's using Keith Thurman as a shield against Bud. And if I'm Bud at this point, man, you know what I do, man? I fight a couple more times, and if I truly want to retire, man, I'm at peace with it, man. Because they can go and say whatever you're going to say in the history book and say, well, Bud and Errol didn't fight, or Bud and Keith Thurman didn't fight. And at the end of the day, they can say whatever they want to do. They can change history. But if you retire, or you about to go ahead and leave this planet Earth, at least you know in your heart of hearts you really wanted to fight them dudes, but they were just some hoe-ass niggas, man. And that's just point blank, period. PBC looking real light out here these days, man. Real fucking light, all right? And it is what it is, man. You got Deontay Wilder out here. You know, he don't want to fight AJ. He talking about marinating the situation. He looking light out here. You know, Errol Spence, he don't want to fight Bud, but he did promise us Bud next year. And that was pretty much, I think that's, you know, my opinion, probably contingent on Keith Thurman. Now Keith Thurman said him and EJ need to go ahead and marinate the fight more and continue to elevate themselves. You know what, man? We killing Keith Thurman, and I'm going to kill Keith Thurman, you know, just, you know, his character, just on what he's saying, but it's true. That's how everybody think in the game. Marinate. Oh, I could have fought him a couple years ago for 1.8. What does that do for me? You're right. At the end of the day, if you in it for the fortune and you in it for the fame, that doesn't do nothing for you. You know what I'm saying? If you can get 1.8 fighting or 3.5 fighting Leonard Bundu, you can get 2 or 3 million fighting Luis Collazo, I ain't knock you for it, man. At this point, this just make you don't want to talk about the sport of boxing no more. And like I said before, man, Keith Thurman keeping it 100, he don't want to fight the man. You know, he won't fight him when the money is at its peak premium, man. And at this point, man, I pray to God Pacquiao knock him out, man. I don't think it's going to happen, but if they rob Keith Thurman and Pacquiao don't land a punch and Keith Thurman get robbed, you won't hear me complaining, bruh. At least Pacquiao go ahead and retire and relinquish the belt and somebody else can get it. Because it's comical. And then he sits here and say, how do I duck somebody and I never been offered a contract? Like, dude, you know, it's officially a duck when I say no on the dotted line. Like, we already know Premier Boxing Champions. They got an agenda and they protect it, man. But when these big fights coming, I ain't supporting them, bro. I just took it to another level. I'm not supporting this motherfucking shit, bro. Even when these big fights come, I ain't paying for them. All right, if I choose to go to them because in this event I want to go to, so be it. But I'm not supporting them from a pay-per-view standpoint. I might not support them from a going to a fight standpoint. If it's like, you know, Tony Harrison fighting a nigga from Detroit, nah, that's pretty much about it. All right, it might be a few other guys I might want to see, but this is confirmed it for me. And I'll link that interview in the description on the source link. But you know, it is what it is. You know, Errol Spence going to continue to hunt Terrence Crawford. Errol Spence going to continue to hunt Keith Thurman. Terrence Crawford going to continue to hunt Errol Spence. And it's just the way it's going to be. And at the end of the day, I hope they all lose for the most part. Him and Errol Spence. If Errol Spence, he don't keep his promise and fight Bud next year, that's with or without a Keith Thurman fight already in rotation, I hope he lose too. And then peep game, man. Errol Spence has only fought 2 times while Keith Thurman was out for 22 months. He only fought 2 times. You know, Terrence Crawford only fought 3 times, even though that's better than 2. So these dudes ain't that active, no way. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. I'm interested to see if somebody can send this interview to Errol Spence to see what he got to say. You know, is he gonna buck up and fight Bud, or he just gonna sit there, hide behind mandatories and wait it out for Keith Thurman? Either or, I ain't mad at him. You can do whatever you want to do, man. At this point, I pray they all lose. Okay, I pray they all lose, or I pray they all never fight again. Like, we just need to eliminate them from the sport. The people that think like Keith Thurman, which is over 90% of boxing, you know, we can hurt them in their pockets, but you know what's gonna hurt them worse? I want to see them all lose. For them, anybody that's sitting here on this ducking shit, I want to see them all lose. You know what? I just don't want, or they can never box again. Something can happen outside the ring, or allegations, or they can go ahead and get their hand chopped off. I just wouldn't care at this point, because they done pussyfied the NFL. I mean the boxing, just like they pussyfied the NFL, just like they pussyfied NBA. NBA used to be known as no boys allowed. Now it's all boys allowed. Like, I wouldn't mind if they all lost. Anybody that think like Keith Thurman, move like Keith Thurman, I wouldn't mind. And PBC looking real light out here, man. They looking like some fat-free Greek yogurt. They real light out here. They like some whipped cream, some Cool Whip. They light. A lot of these dudes getting exposed for what they really are. And that go for Deontay Wilder, Keith Thurman, and eventually Errol Spence, if he sit here and use Keith Thurman as an excuse not to fight Bud. So I don't have no respect for none of them until they fight each other. But hey, that's my opinion. People might not like it. Well, shove it where the sun don't shine. Goodfellas Sports TV. Appreciate the love and support, man. Who rock with me. Share the videos with an Errol Spence and Keith Thurman and Deontay Wilder hater. We gone.